Hey, everybody, welcome back to KC on Tap. It's Friday, March the 21st, a beautiful day here in the 216 in the land, Believe land, Cleveland. Spring is in the air, isn't it? March Madness, full effect. Baseball, opening day, straight ahead. Hard to believe we're a quarter of the way through 2025 already. Sheesh. Time, my friends, is a relentless beast. And our greatest currency as humans, you know, the GOAT, the greatest songwriter of all time, Paul Simon, once penned, "Time it was, and what a time it was. It was a time of innocence, a time of confidences. Long ago it must be. I have a photograph. Preserve your memory. They're all that's left you." Indeed, we will all just be memories at some point soon. So how do we maximize this time we have left? How do we squeeze every drop of juice, every ounce of nectar from this delicious, beautiful gift of life while we still can? It's our health and our health alone. That's all that matters. Your money, your job, your status, your family, your friends, nada. None of it matters, not even a little bit, if we don't have our health. All right, okay, I got it. Not telling you anything you don't already know, right? See, it's actually implementing a game plan to maximize our overall health, getting started with said plan, the ball rolling. That seems to be a rather perplexing conundrum that most struggle to conquer. Today, I'm 3,357 days alcohol-free. Day 32 of the carnivore diet. Whatever plan of action you want to implement in terms of self-improvement, it all starts with a powerful phrase. It's a 2-word phrase, not today. One of the biggest reasons people, you, me, all of us, we struggle to make lasting changes for the good is because they focus, and we focus, way too much on the long-term commitment instead of the immediate present moment decision. For example, someone trying to quit drinking, they might think, I can never have a drink again the rest of my life. Oh, no. It's too daunting for the human mind. Forever and never, giving up something that they find incredibly pleasurable in the moment. It's too much. That alone is enough to not only make you second guess your decision, but never even get off the damn ground with it. The idea of forever feels restrictive. It feels impossible. It feels overwhelming. But what if we reframed it? Instead of thinking about never drinking again, we could simply say, not today, right? Just not today. Yesterday, sure. Tomorrow, wasted. Today, I'll say no. Not today means you don't have to think about forever. You only have to think about the right now. Not today takes the pressure off, makes the challenge feel way more manageable. Not today allows you to win the small battles that ultimately determine the outcome of this war. The mindset of not today applies to any area of life, of course, where discipline is required. If you're trying to lose weight, you don't have to swear off junk food for the rest of your life, for eternity, okay? Just not now, not today. Trying to build a habit of waking up early, for example. Don't think about every single morning the rest of your life. Just get up today. This approach works because it focuses your energy on the only thing that matters. I mean, the simplicity to it is incredible. There is no yesterday. There literally is no tomorrow. There's only right now. The present moment is all that matters, and you can do it for a moment. I won't drink for this moment, then 2 moments, then an hour, and then it's your day. Every single long-term success that anybody's had in the history of mankind is a simple result of a series of very short-term victories. Not today will help you, I promise, more than you can imagine, win these short-term battles, hence the long term. So let's break bad habits, shall we? Every bad habit operates the same way. Whether it's drinking, overeating, procrastinating, wasting time on social media. They all thrive on what? Immediate gratification, instant gratification. Your brain, my brain, human brains are wired to seek comfort. They're wired to make sure that we're safe and sound. Okay. Habits form when we repeatedly choose short term pleasure, instant gratification over long term gain, delayed gratification. What fun's delayed gratification? What do you mean? What do you mean it's going to take a year? I want it now. The good things you're seeking and the health you're seeking clearly isn't going to happen overnight. Okay, there's no life hacks, there's no shortcuts. Delayed gratification. The challenge comes when you try to break that habit. The moment you tell yourself the decision, that's the challenge. The D word, your brain panics. I can never do this again. It starts rationalizing, making excuses, convincing you why you should just give in. But when you use the not today method, you sidestep that internal debate entirely. Your brain can feel calm. It can feel, I can eat my donuts tomorrow. Okay, it's not today. Instead of fighting against forever, simply reject the habit in the moment. The beautiful thing, as you stack up the days, I'm a living, breathing example of the power of momentum. You stack the days up, saying not today, the habit loses grip on you. You completely rewire. You prove to yourself one day at a time that you don't need that thing that you thought was once essential. For example, the carnivore diet. Again, 32 days in, I'm 13 and a half pounds down. My sleep has transformed, my energy, my production. The list goes on and on. And for those of you on the carnivore diet, you know the biggest challenge isn't the science, it's the discipline. Once you commit to eating only animal-based foods, the real battle, especially in the beginning, of course, is mental. There's moments you feel tempted. I mean, multiple times when I first started, I would get thirsty, instantly would want a Gatorade Zero or a sugar-free Monster, or it's like, whoa, right? So the cravings, you're going to feel tempted, whether it's a social situation, just random moments of weakness. You don't need to swear off carbs for life. Just remember to tell yourself it's just not today. The slice of cake, not today. The sugary coffee drink, not today. The cheat meal you're always rationalizing, not today. This phrase becomes what? Internal armor, helping you stay strong in moments of weakness. Over time, the temptations become weaker. Your discipline becomes stronger and second nature. Eventually, saying not today will not feel like a struggle. It'll feel like who you are. Put it on a Post-it note. Put it on your forehead. You'd be surprised how powerful these little nuances can be when you're trying to help yourself. I chewed my fingernails for my whole life. Disgusting habit. Chewed my fingernails, and 6-7 years ago, I decided not today, no more. And I ordered white magician gloves off of Amazon. I wore look like Mickey Mouse gloves, or I wore them around for 3 weeks. I wore them around. That's how committed I was. The decision had been made. And now I couldn't be any more prouder of the fact that my fingernails are healthy. They're not gnawed down, looking all nasty and disgusting. Just another example. Once you decide and you make the commitment, you'll do whatever it takes. And again, it'll feel like just who you are. You'll take pride in that not today mentality. So let's apply it to alcohol. Okay? Abstinence of alcohol. If you've made the decision to quit drinking, you've more than likely experienced pressure from others or even yourself to justify just having one, right? Come on, just have one. One drink won't hurt. It's a special occasion. You've been good for so long, you deserve it. Do these sound familiar? The just incredibly sad things that are ingrained in people's minds when they're drinking and they see someone not drinking because they don't want to be alone in the bottom of the barrel. They don't want to drink alone. They don't want to see you leaving this state that they can't leave. This is where not today becomes incredibly powerful. Instead of debating people, instead of debating yourself, instead of overthinking, instead of justifying, you simply respond internally or otherwise with, not today. Not today. You don't have to commit forever. Just decide that today you're not. And just like any other habit, you stack up these days, something amazing happens. You stop wanting it. You stop wanting it. You become liberated. You don't even realize the shackles that you've placed upon yourself until you experience true liberation. You realize that alcohol never, ever, 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 ever added an ounce of value to your life. I can remember thinking that I was funny when I was drunk, and that I was sexy when I was drunk, and that I could dance better when I was drunk, and that I was just cooler when I was drunk. Oh my God. It's not true. For all of you out there that tell yourselves these things, it's not true. You make yourself amazing. You are funny. You are the dancing king or queen. It's you. It's not the alcohol, my Lord. You start waking up feeling clear-headed, energized, proud of yourself. And before long, not today becomes not ever. Like in my mind, at this point, over 9 years, never drinking alcohol again. Never. Not because you forced it or because I'm forcing it, but because you are liberated from the perceived need for it. Small wins equal big victories. Lasting change. Okay, if you're listening to this, if you're contemplating, if I'm saying something that's hitting a nerve or sparking some sort of internal dialogue, odds are you're thinking about the alcohol in your life, maybe a loved one's life. You're thinking about how you fit in your clothes or how you look when you get out of the shower and you look in the mirror and you want to lose some weight, or maybe you're in a challenging relationship or just some sort of a cycle of pain and toxicity, something in your life that deep down in your God-given soul, it needs to be extracted. Perhaps today, perhaps this podcast, perhaps these words will rustle you up. Will shake the feathers, if you will. Ruffle the feathers. That's what I'm looking for. So remember, it's not about making a bold declaration and suddenly transforming overnight. It's not how it works. Real meaningful change happens through a small, intentional series of choices, repeated day after day. Every single time something doesn't serve you, you're reinforcing a new identity. You're proving to yourself that you and only you are in control of your life. With each small win, we gain an ounce of momentum. Think about it like this. If you push off a bad habit or a moment of weakness for just one day, what happens? The craving, the temptation, the urge, it passes, right? It might return tomorrow. But guess what? Tomorrow you'll say, not today again. That's the trick. Before long, these temptations start showing up less frequently. The mental battle becomes easier and eventually doesn't feel like a battle at all. It's empowering. It's amazing how it shifts. A total 180. You are empowered and you can't wait to blaze the trail with this new mentality. The approach applies to everything. Quitting alcohol, staying to your diet, sticking with a workout plan, building a business, waking up early, staying disciplined in any area of life. The trick, it's not forever. You don't have to psych yourself out with thoughts of, can I do this for the next 5 years? That's not the question we should be asking. The question is, can I do it today, baby? Can I do it today? And please, tell me something you can't do today, man. Of course you can. The answer is always yes. When you make that choice day after day, that profound thing happens. You become the person who naturally does the right thing. You become the person who no longer struggles with alcohol, with food, with procrastination, with whatever used to hold you back. It doesn't feel like a restriction anymore. It feels like, wait for it, freedom. Freedom. If you dance with alcohol in any way, shape, or form in your life right now, you're not free. You can spin it any way you want to. You're not free. It has a grip on you one way or another. Experience liberation through discipline. A lot of people think that discipline is restrictive, that saying no to temptation, saying no to alcohol, saying no to junk food, saying no to comfort, saying no to instant gratification somehow limits your life. That's how we're programmed. It's how we're wired. It's like something's being greatly taken away from us. It's scared to death of it. But the truth is, the word discipline is the key to unlocking your ultimate freedom. Discipline equals freedom. When you control your impulses, you're no longer a slave to them. When you master your habits, they no longer master you. When you can confidently say, not today, to things that don't serve you, you finally gain full ownership over your beautiful, precious life. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your actions are intentional, that you're not just reacting to cravings, to social pressure, or fleeting emotions. You are choosing your path with full control over your decisions. How sweet does that sound? Oh, man. That's what happens when you embrace not today. A life without regret. At the end of the day, the real reason to commit to this mindset is simple. It leads to the rest of your life with fewer regrets. How many times have you given into something you knew wasn't good for you? How many times? Whether it's drinking, eating, skipping the gym, wasting time, then felt awful about it afterwards. Come on, be honest with yourself. The short-term pleasure never, ever, ever outweighs the long-term disappointment. But have you ever regretted staying disciplined? This is a very powerful thing to think about. Have you ever regretted staying disciplined? We all, maybe it's only happened to you for a week. You had one good stretch in life for a week. Maybe it's been years, somewhere in between. When you are locked into a discipline and you are just on fire, just rocking and rolling, have you ever looked back on a day when you made the right choices and thought, man, I wish I would have caved into temptation instead. Man, I wish I'd woken up just hungover, feel like a freight train punched me in the face instead. Man, I wish I hadn't disappointed my loved ones. Of course not. Every time you choose discipline, every time, you're investing in a future vision of yourself that's stronger, that's sharper, way more capable. Every time you say not today, you're proving to yourself that you can be the person you aspire to be. And over time, that person stops being a goal and it starts being who you are, baby. Let's go. Oh, here's my challenge for you. Try using not today in your life, as simple and as trite as it may sound. Again, if you need to put it on a Post-it note and put it on your forehead, do it. I told you about my gloves here on my hands from when I chewed fingernails. Whatever it takes. Who cares if someone's laughing at you? Start using the not today method in your daily life. Next time you feel like drinking, you feel tempted to drink, not today. Say it out loud, right? Say it out loud. Put it right. Take a Sharpie, put it on your hand. Next time you crave junk food, looking at my hand. Oh, says not today. Yeah, I don't think I'll eat that today. Next time you think about skipping a workout, look at the other hand. Oh, I got not today written on that hand. Next time your brain tries to convince you to take the easy way, to take the way of instant gratification, just try saying not today. See what happens. My challenge, try for 30 days. Not forever. Not forever. Try for 30 days. Okay, it's springtime, 2025. Time, this relentless beast keeps on crashing into the shore like waves. Okay, what are you doing? Are we making moves here? Are we living or are we dying? Let's commit to 30 days, one day at a time. See what happens when you take things step by step instead of overwhelming yourself with long-term pressure. Now, I promise you, if you do this consistently now, your discipline will grow, your confidence will build, your identity will shift. And one day, very soon, you'll wake up and realize you're not fighting the same battles anymore. No, 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 no. You're victorious. You're free. And you're blazing the trail of light for other people around you to be inspired and to jump on that trail with you. Ooh, wait. Gives me goosebumps just talking about it. Oh, I love it. So, look, if there's one thing I want you to take away from this episode, lasting change doesn't happen in a single dramatic moment. It's not a bold declaration. It doesn't happen overnight. Real meaningful change, series of small intentional choices repeated daily. Every time you say not today to something that doesn't serve you, you're reinforcing that new identity. You're proving to yourself that you are in control. Each victory gains momentum. Push off a bad habit or a moment of weakness for just one day. The craving, the temptation, the urge, it passes. Okay. Tomorrow, it's today again. All right. So let's talk about something very specific here. Okay. Another week, another crowded inbox wanting to ask me about, you guessed it, alcohol. All the friends and family, all the smiling, laughing faces that you are constantly socializing with, those, maybe even you, are the ones that are messaging me privately about the struggle between their ears, about the struggle in silence, all right? Whether it's for them, for a loved one, people desperately want to free themselves or somebody they love from the devil's juice. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. The poison that grips so hard, so deep, it's everywhere, folks. It's everywhere. Birthdays, weddings, March Madness, work events, random Tuesday nights when you quote unquote just need to unwind. Isn't that right? Society practically hands us a drink the moment we hit legal age and expects us to keep sipping the rest of our lives. And no one ever stops to ask why until it's way too late. Obviously, if you've listened to any of my podcasts, you know that I am a first ballot Hall of Fame drinker. Okay. I know the reasons. I've bought into all the reasons. Believe me, it's fun. Oh, it's so fun. Oh, I love drinking. Oh, it's so fun. I love it. Oh, you got the problem. Are you kidding me? I could drink. Oh, here's one of my favorite ones. Oh, I can drink like an adult. Oh, can you now? So that's somewhere else, baby. I'm all stocked up here. you know, it's just what I do in social situations, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. Over time, it started to creep up on me and started to destroy my life, just like it does with other people. It just happens a little bit faster and harder for some than others. Frankly, I'm glad that I started blazing a whiskey trail so damn bright that I knew I had to eject or else I'd be dead. I'm glad it wasn't subtle, that I could do the whole 2 to 3 drinks every day or whatever and just think I'm okay. No. Okay. You take a step back and the truth is glaringly obvious for me and for everybody else. Alcohol adds zilch. It does nothing but take. And when you think there's not anything else left to take, it'll take. And then when you're sure there's nothing left for it to take, it'll take. So people tend to like lists. They like to have some bullet points. So this is for the group of people that messaged this week, and this is for everybody out there doing the dance, having the internal dialogue. Let me give you 5 reminders. Okay, 5 of many, many, many of how alcohol is holding you back. Yes, you. Yes, Mr., Mrs. Professional, oh, I've got a great job. I have a couple of glasses of wine a night. It doesn't affect me. Blah, 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 blah. People are so funny when it comes to defending their relationship with that. Oh, God, they can't let it go. That snake oil, that devil's juice, baby, that poison. I mean, if people would be as defensive and loyal to their relationships with others, with their loved ones, with themselves, God, imagine the world we'd be living in. Oh no, you talk about taking away the juice. No, oh boy, you'll see the best come out of folks. And by best, I mean worst. All right. So, how's it holding you back? Why you don't actually need it? How cutting it out, or at the very least cutting back, can completely change your life for the better. Okay. I'm going to tackle some of the most common objectives. But I only drink in moderation. Drinking is a social thing. I'm not dependent on it. It helps me relax, and life is less stressful. All this nonsense. You've heard them all before. I've said them all before. We'll go through why all those justifications don't hold up when you take a closer look, okay? Number one, my list of 5, limiting your potential. Okay? I don't know a human being out there that doesn't tell me constantly about how great they want to be. They want to be great. They say things like they want to go to the moon in business and personal life, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, alcohol is nothing but potential stealing. It takes away mental sharpness, motivation, energy. It makes you dumber, makes you slower, everything. You want to perform at your best. Work, gym, handling life, responsibilities. You want to be at the top of your game. Alcohol is directly limiting your ability to do that. Okay? If you're not blacking out or waking up with brutal hangovers, alcohol is still slowing you down. It affects your sleep. It messes with your brain function, makes you less productive. And trust me, those small effects, as we discussed earlier in the other way, but the small effects in the negative direction, they add up big time. Number 2, it wrecks your health. We just talked about how health is if you don't have health, you got nothing. It's wrecking your health. Oh, Casey, YOLO, we all die somehow. Blah, blah, blah. Give me a freaking break. I don't know anybody on their deathbed that wouldn't trade anything for another year of healthy living. So spare me. Spare yourself the BS. Okay, this one's obvious. It's terrible for your health. It increases your risk for liver disease, heart disease, cancer. It's a class 1 carcinogen now. I mean, cancer. Who wants cancer? If you're someone who cares about fitness and your health, alcohol, it just makes no sense. It's a complete dichotomy. It's the ultimate enemy of progress. Okay? And again, if you're a carnivore, you're making a huge effort to heal your body, reduce inflammation, and optimize your metabolism. Alcohol does the exact opposite. It increases inflammation. The whole point of the carnivore diet is to reduce inflammation. Alcohol sets you back every time you drink. Alcohol disrupts fat burning. Your body prioritizes burning alcohol over burning fat immediately when you ingest alcohol. It slows down your metabolic efficiency. Your gut. Carnivore helps heal the gut. Alcohol destroys the bacteria in your gut and contributes to leaky gut syndrome. And it impairs nutrient absorption, okay? The carnivore diet is all about maximizing nutrient absorption. Alcohol blocks critical vitamins and minerals, all right? So, in my opinion, if you're on the carnivore, it's just not worth drinking. What about alcohol hurting your relationships? Okay, we all have seen how alcohol ruins relationships every single day. Arguments, reckless behavior, just being emotionally checked out creates unnecessary problems. Okay, drinking dulls your ability to connect with people in a real way. Oh, but drinking's a social thing. A lot of people think they need alcohol to have fun or be social. You don't. When you stop drinking, you realize pretty quickly that the real fun doesn't require a substance. In fact, your social interactions actually will get better when you're sober, believe it or not. You're more present. Your conversations are deeper. You don't wake up regretting anything you said or did. Number 4, what about the financial drain? The money you're spending on alcohol, the money you're spending on food around the alcohol, it adds up fast. A few drinks a week can easily turn into thousands of dollars a year. Alcohol isn't just expensive, it's a garbage, terrible investment. And finally, number 5, it creates dependence, of course. Not freedom, dependence. And there's nobody out there that you talk to that says, yeah, I love being shackled. I love being shackled to something like this poison in the bottle. People think they're choosing to drink. You're not choosing to drink. Let me repeat that. People think they're choosing to drink. You're not. It's a dependence. You're not choosing to hurt yourself. You're not choosing to die a slow death of drinking rat poison. No. That's not what it is. You've got a dependence. We quickly become dependent on alcohol. If you feel the need to have a drink, to relax, to have fun, to socialize, ladies and gentlemen, you can dress up, wear your heels, wear your tuxedos, call them cocktails. It's a dependence. You can dress it up any way you like. Make it as pretty as you'd like. Call it the fanciest names you'd like. True freedom is knowing you don't need alcohol for anything. That's true freedom. All right, now let's wrap this up. If you've made it this far, there's a good chance that something in this episode has resonated with you. Maybe you've already started questioning your relationship with alcohol. Maybe you're realizing that deep down, it's been holding you back way more than it's helping you. Maybe you've been looking for a sign to make a change, and the sign is right here, right now. I'm not here to tell you that you have to quit drinking. Do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it. The decision is yours and yours to make. But I am here to tell you this. Life gets better without alcohol. Not just a little bit. A lot better without alcohol. Imagine waking up every single day feeling clear-headed, energized, completely in control of your actions. No more wasted mornings, no more groggy decisions, no more self-sabotage disguised as fun. Imagine never having to wonder if you said or did something stupid the night before. Imagine never needing to drink to feel comfortable in your own skin, social or relaxed. Imagine being able to rely completely on self, on yourself, on your mindset, your discipline, your own natural state of being without needing that crutch to get through your day, your week, your month, your year. That's liberation. That's freedom. People talk about alcohol like it's an essential part of life. It's not. Carbohydrates, essential part of life. It's not. Just habits. A habit that's been marketed to you since you were just a kid. And like any habit, it absolutely can be broken. The question is, do you want to keep carrying around something that's actively working against you, that's taking away that precious time that we have left? Or do you want to take full control of the potential of your precious life? That's the question. All right. I can tell you from personal experience, when you cut alcohol out of your life, when you prove to yourself that you don't need alcohol, you can go through life fully present, fully in control. You develop an entirely new level of self-respect, and it changes everything. Okay. So remember my challenge, the 30 days. No, just one drink, no special occasions. Just commit to staying completely sober and see what happens. One day at a time, not today. See how you feel. See how your body responds. See how much more productive, present, focused you become. At the end of those 30 days, ask yourself, do I really miss alcohol, or do I miss the idea of it? I think you'll be very surprised by the answer. You don't need alcohol to enjoy life. You don't need it to be social. You do not need it to relax. And you definitely do not need it to be the best version of your beautiful self. So if you're serious about leveling up in this life, just look in the mirror. Is alcohol really worth it, or is it holding you back? All right. If this episode gave you something to think about, I would love to hear your thoughts. Reach out. Let me know your experience. If you're up for it, take the 30-day challenge. No one else is going to do this for you. No one else is going to build your discipline, resist temptation for you, or push you through the hard days. It's going to be you. It's your job, and you absolutely can. The good news, you don't have to have superhuman willpower. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to win today. Okay, folks, that's it for today's episode. Like and subscribe to Casey on Tap. Share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. Stay strong, stay disciplined, eat your red meat. And remember, you don't have to win forever, baby. You just have to win today. Have an awesome day. We'll talk again next week. Bye-bye.